Identifying and helping a child nurturing their dream and gift into a point where they are established is one of the responsibilities of parents. Unfortunately today, many parents do not see that as important as giving food to the child. Many young persons today that are disoriented, the reasons for some of this, their disorientation, cannot be connected with the inability of whoever they grew under to identify their gift and helping them through. In the past, and even it's happening at the moment, we've seen situations where young adults battles with what direction to face in life. This is because when they exhibited their gift and they call for support from their parents, these were all ignored. How do I mean? The parents can wake up one morning because he is a medical doctor or a lawyer, wanting the child or children to go the same way. We've had in the past where family of a lawyer made all their children to go into law practice. This in most cases do not end well. How do I mean? The gift of a child is entirely different from that of a father or a mother. Each child in the family has a different gift from the next child. And what it means is that the child that is under your tutelage will always call out for help. It may not be verbal, because these are very obvious signs. It is when the parent become ignorant of this or deliberately ignore those signs to be able to identify the calling for that child, the gift, and how to nurture those gifts to helping the child to become somebody reasonable in life tomorrow, that the child ends up living the life to the detriment or to the help of the society. We've had situations where children are left to whatever comes. You can imagine a child that wants to be a musician or a child that wants to be an artist. Artist might be maybe somebody who has this gift, a child has a gift of drawing. You say, no, God forbid. It is now that parents are even allowing their children to play football. In those days, you dare not do it. Why? Even when the child has a gift, the child has that calling, they need to be nurtured and assisted. Parents do is where there is money coming in, that is where they want to go. Even when they're going to fraud. We've had in the past, and I think it's still happening presently, where parents will compare their children by telling them the son of so-and-so have built house for them, for their parents. The daughter of so-and-so is building house for the mother now, building house for the father now. What are you doing? Not minding what that child they're making reference to is making, or is doing, getting the money, the source of which that child is getting that money. Many of these children no longer see success of whatever gift they have only from the perspective of fulfillment. What they see now is once you can make money, you're fine. I'll give you an instance. There was a time I listened to an interview of Davido where he was stating that the parents wanted him to go to school and read a particular course, but he has a calling for music and all of that. Because the father had money, he did everything to frustrate all his effort. Even when he was signed to go and perform at a particular place, the dad would go there, pay money and all of that. The billboard was pulled down in the US and all of that. Today, we're hearing of Davido everywhere. Everybody listen to Davido. When you say Davido, people know who you are referring to. Why? He has fulfilled that dream. He has that gift. That is the gift that he feels he has. And because the parent didn't want him to go that way, but he was mature enough to be able to say, this is what I want. That is what I'm talking about. Now, it is your responsibility as a parent to be able to identify this gift. And if you ask me, how do you get to that point? That's the question you're going to be asking yourself now. How do you get to identifying a child's gift? Child can be foolish at some point. Use all kind of language because you see what he's doing there. Maybe because he's watching the TV and all of that. That's why he's tailoring that way. That will not take the child anywhere. You will agree with me that as useless as you may think that particular area of calling for a child is, they are making good money out of it. They're having a fulfilled life. Money making is not even everything. Once a child gets to a point where they are fulfilled in life, they are satisfied with what they are doing, they have that passion for what they are doing, that's fulfillment. The child must not go and to compete with the richest man in Nigeria, the richest man in Congo, the richest man in US, the richest man in Canada, or anywhere you may want to call. The only thing that makes the difference is your ability to help that child to live a fulfilled life, so that by the time they are taking their life breath here, they will appreciate the fact that they passed through this side of eternity. And that's what you need to do. I'm going to share with you a few things that will help you in identifying those gifts. That child in your house, the things that you see them doing very effortlessly and they are passionate about, that is where the gift lies. Something that they will do, any kind of thing that you see that they are so passionate about, that is what interests them. Nothing else interests them more than that. If you ask that child to go and do that thing, and the child is particularly involved in it, he can take hours without being tired. The child can even give up food just to be able to be allowed to go that direction. That is the gift of that child. The child must not be an accountant because you're an accountant. Your child must not be a lawyer because you are a lawyer. The child must not see things from the perspective of a medical doctor because you are a medical doctor. Take out time and identify the gift in this child. What is that is interesting that child? What is that even when there are hurdles in the process of running through that area, the child is still going ahead to do it? That is the gift of the child. What you need to do is to identify this quickly and see how to support this child. For instance, I'm going to give you an instance. I used to have a manager. And now what the manager does, we're talking one day and he told me, and I said, I don't know what happened, that my little boy at home now fancies the repair of Hoover, the one using hoovering your carpet in the house. And so he didn't know how the child come about it. And what he had just done, he assisted the child. He helped the child to perfect the trade of repairing or putting life into hoovering. So what he had now done, he took the child to YouTube, assisted the child. The child now learned more on how to repair. And what they started doing eventually, he used his money. He will buy and pick up the Hoover that had the issue. The child will bring the Hoover. They'll bring the Hoover home. He will pieces the whole Hoover, dismantle everything, recouple them. By the time he recouples them, the thing is back. As I speak with you today, that child now sells Hoover on the internet. He's still a child. He's still in school. He's still a very young child under the tutelage of the dad. So what they are doing now, the dad will help. Now people will now send their Hoover to the child. The child will repair the Hoover. He has Hoover selling everywhere now on the internet. When he showed me and I said, whoa. What it means is that father has been able to identify the gift of the child. He assisted the child's gift. Sometimes when the child is to have his birthday, the only gift you can give to that child is to get more Hoover for the child. And the child is happy. That is how to identify the gift of a child. Identify what gives them interest. Look away from what you have done in the past for yourself. Identify what makes the child happy. Help the child to nurture that thing which you feel the child will be happy about. Because life is full of hurdles. That's why life is dynamics. For you to be successful, you have to cross a lot of hurdles. That thing that the child is doing, that in spite of those hurdles, the child is still moving forward with it, making progress with it. That is a gift. Identify it. Is it football? Identify it. If the child likes playing football all the time, we've had in the past where children will tell you that if you go and look at the interview they had with these football players, most of them will tell you that my parents never wanted me to play football. But each time they wanted me to go to school, I would just go to school. I'm back from school. Now, can you allow me to go and have my own time? Now they go to the field and they keep playing. Today, they are stars. What it means is that it is your responsibility to quickly identify the gift of these children. And once you identify it, look for support. Support them. Give them all the kind of necessary support they want. If it's for football, send them to places where they can learn more. Give them more time. Spend more time with them. Encourage them. See to the fact that you don't condemn them. Empower them with even your words. That will also empower them. As you give them, create an environment for them that is so accommodating for them to be able to carry out this their passion. You'll be surprised. That child will come out to become another legend that you've been admiring from distance. You have the legend in your house and you can do it. Thank you very much for being a part of this video. Like I said, I don't usually allow my video to go to